to keep it real, my Fijian is actually fluent in my Tongan.
Far out.
Yeah. Some mornings I wake up and I turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
And then other mornings I wake up and I'm like, bro, your cheeks need to be clapped right now. And so I think about my girls, and if like anyone says like, oh, you're not Tongan enough, I'm like, bro, there's no level
measure,
to this to be.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no measure. Tongans in their blood.
Marcus. You know what?
Hey, edit that. Sorry, Margaret. Sorry, Auntie. Because language is not just words. Especially island language, eh?
Yeah.
And it's not because of what's been said, but the way it's said.
Who's funnier, Tongans or Samoans?
Ooh, kind of scares me, eh? I'm like, oh, shucks.
Yeah.
Like, what about my great-grandkids? My mom had this whole life set up for me to be the pastor. I was expected to be a pastor as well.
Right.
I've never thought about that award until now.
One of the internet's biggest Pacific personalities with a following of over 4 million. This episode we sat down with social media mogul Havea. This is Close to Home. Havea, thank you so much for coming on Close to Home. Honestly, I am gobsmacked that you have said yes to coming on the show. It's so cool to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
How was your flight in?
It was
you
good.
know, because we flew you in on, was it first class Emirates?
Oh yeah, it was. I had my own little studio in the plane.
No, I watched your Butterbean podcast and saw that. Butterbean, you flew this guy in on business class, but...
Yeah, thank you guys. It was a good flight. Good flight.
Oh, that's good. Man, what have you been up to? Have you been busy?
Been fairly busy. Yeah, a lot's been going on. I think after the awards and everything, it's just good busy.
Yeah.
So many ways to be busy, but I'm truly blessed that it's a good busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just kind of riding this wave right now and see where it goes.
Well, your wave's a pretty big wave, brother, because there's a lot of people that are asking to have you on the show. Let's go back to where you are. I mean, where you grew up. Obviously, being close to home, we want to start right at the beginning. I know that you didn't grow up in one place, actually.
Yeah.
Can you take us on the journey of where your waka went? It started in Tonga.
Waka's been like two of the Pacific Waka.
Double hell. Yeah.
Waka's been pushed around by the tide a bit. Yeah, so I was born in Tonga, originally, 100% full-blooded Tongan. And then when I was about 1, my family, I don't know how they call it. They get those things where you get your green card in the States. And so they moved to Hawaii, and I ended up in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii for like 13 years. And then ended up in Fiji somehow because my auntie raised me, my dad's sister.
Yeah.
And so I was in Fiji for like a few years, went back to Tonga, lived with my nana for a bit, and then ended up here in New Zealand, finished off my high school in New Zealand. But throughout that time, majority of my high school years, mum and dad based in Australia. So Australia was always going to be back, like where I'd come back, yeah.
Yeah.
So after high school here in New Zealand, went back to Australia and been in Australia ever since. Yeah.
You know, you were talking about living with your auntie.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people in a Pacific Island family, this is very normal.
It's the norm.
Yeah. So what was it like? Was that your fahu, by the way?
Yeah, that's my dad's sister. So if you don't know in the Tongan hierarchy, yeah, it's like she's basically the one in the family that says jump and you say how high.
Yeah.
So she was the one that raised me because I'm named after their dad.
Right.
And I'm the oldest son. So when I was born, she pretty much was like my mother figure.
Yeah.
Even when she moved around the Pacific and I was with mom and dad, like she still called the shots for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, she'd call my mom and be like, I don't like what he's wearing in that photo. Don't ever put it on. With stuff like that, it's crazy. Eh? So she was living in Fiji because her husband was a lecturer at the University of South Pacific.
Wow.
And I think they were doing well at the time. So she was like, look, bring Havea down to Fiji to come live with us. So I ended up staying there with her for a bit.
Yeah.
And then they sent me to Tonga to go stay with my grandma. But yeah, she's my fahu, yeah.
Living in Fiji, we'll get to it, but you spoke Fijian after that because you were there for so long?
I was only there for like 4 years.
Oh, far out. And from then you spoke fluent
I
Fijian?
learned Fijian. So my first year there, I was in a boarding school.
Oh, yeah.
And in the boarding school, a lot of the kids in the dormitory, they were like kids from like the outer islands, from like rural. So like a lot of these kids come into the boarding side, they don't speak English. And like, I think I was like 15, 16. I feel like at that age, your brain is like a sponge and you just pick up.
So true. Yeah.
But not only that, I'm sure half of the time they were talking crap about me because as soon as I heard Tonga, I was like, hey. And so I was like, no, square up. So I started learning the language and then just became fluent. To keep it real, my Fijian is actually fluent in my Tongan.
Far out.
Yeah. So I can speak the Fijian, and in Fiji there's dialects.
Yes.
So like Western have their dialect, the outer islands have their dialect. So because I was raised on like the Western side, I can speak the Fijian, but I can speak the Western dialect as well.
Far out.
Which is crazy. But Fiji love me, man. Every time I go do work in Fiji, I'm like the son of Fiji. Everyone shows up and the love is amazing. My community online, Fiji, bro, they never let me down. So shout out to Fiji.
What's your favorite thing about Fiji?
The culture.
The people are so
They're
lovely.
lovely. They're really lovely. I mean, Tonga's lovely, but Fiji's on another level.
Oops.
Tonga's lovely, but then they'll look the other way and be like, shit, yeah. Fiji's, man, they're just... I don't know, I guess Fiji means a lot to me too, because that was like... I think my starting of life was trying to find my feet. So a lot of my first happenings in life happened in Fiji.
True.
So Fiji always holds a special place. As much as I'm proud to be Tongan, but Fiji is pretty up there too.
Far out. You must have heaps of, not fans, but family there. Like, do you still have family there today?
Not really, not so much family, but
True.
every time we go back, man, the love we get there is... Honestly, every time I go Tonga, the love I get in Tonga is way massive, but Fiji is pretty up there.
Yeah, they're a proud people. I wanted to talk about your dad though, because I know that you mentioned that he was a rock wall builder, and I feel like in the Tongan culture, that is a very niche artwork. Like that's an art
it
to
is,
have.
yeah.
Talk about us. Talk about your dad and what he.
Yeah, so dad was still is. He's a very hard worker. But I remember when we were in Hawaii, that was the industry that they got into. They call it amaka, and it's like iate. So they go knocking on like rich people's doors and be like, "Oh, do you guys want a rock wall?"
Wow.
And they explain like, "Oh, we can build this and make it look like this." And I used to tag along every day after school or like on the weekends. And it's hard work, eh? Like at my age, we were just helping moving the little rocks and stuff. But just to see them beat their body up, like standing in the sun, building that. Well, when it finishes, like you said, it's art. And not many people think of it. To be fair, when I was growing up, to me, it was just like they were just trying to get a job done. Yeah. But when you sit back and look, and nowadays when I drive past some houses and I see rock walls, you appreciate it a bit more.
100%.
Nowadays they cheat because they just cement it and they draw on it. But back then, man, it was rock for rock. Yeah. Pour the cement and all that work put in.
But also chipping it down to a
to a
particular
specific
size.
shape, to make it fit in,
It's beautiful.
It is. I don't think it's beautiful on his bones and stuff, but yeah. That was the job they used to do, him and his brothers and like all my uncles and stuff. And we kind of grew up on that. Yeah. And it's funny because I always thought that would be where I would be 20 years from now, eh?
Well, where were you before you became Havea676? What did you actually do for a career?
Well, so I've been everywhere. My first ever job in Australia, I was like a trolley boy. Oh, yeah. I used to collect trolleys, but I was like 20 or something. Yeah. But I was in university, so I graduated with a Bachelor of Psychology. And then I got into the school industry. I was like a school counselor. Oh, yeah. But I was working like out regional Western Australia. And I was working a lot with like the Aboriginal kids, which was really, really cool. Cool. But it's you need thick skin for that kind of role. Yeah. And like a good outlet for your mental health. So I was doing that. When I moved to Queensland, I was a bit in the youth system. And then, but all this time, probably from 2020, I was still doing my job. I was making content. Yeah. And I was making content because I love making videos. I just love doing funny stuff and just recording it. And so it wasn't until 2024, I think, or 23, I got nominated for Comedy Creator of the Year. Yeah. And I took that one out. I just signed with the agency, but after I took that one out, I was starting to make coin off my videos. And so I realized, I was like, oh, I can actually like do this for a job. And so I kind of stepped away from my degree job and started doing videos and making content.
Was that the first point where you actually realized you could make a living out of it? Was that
Nah,
the
that
point?
first point was like a leap of faith thing.
Far
Like
out.
I didn't even tell my wife. So I was working from home,
Yeah.
and then one day I had to return my laptop to the office, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just go return it." And then she's like, "Oh, can I come for a ride?" I was like, "Ah, shucks." I was like, "Oh, I just gotta go take my laptop to make IT issue."
Yeah.
And so we ended up driving to the office, and I was like, "Frick, I gotta tell her. She's gonna find out."
Yeah.
So I was like, I quit my job. And mind you, we have a mortgage, we have kids to feed,
Far out.
and I'm the main breadwinner. And like, even my parents, it took them a time to like get it wrapped around their head, especially my dad.
Of course.
So dad coming from like that labor background and that hardworking, his mentality is like, if you're not sweating for your money, then it's not well-earned money.
Yeah.
And so when I told my wife, she backed me.
Yeah.
But I know I was causing stress too, because I was like, frick, now I gotta like pump out content, and now there's a business aspect opposed to like just making videos for fun. I have to change my mentality and try to get monetized in this and that and hoping. But to be honest, so far so good. That's life.
So far, so
So
good.
far so good.
That's a bit of an
I know you
understatement.
can tell by my physical, but there's no lack of bread on the table.
Hey, what kind of bread? White bread? Yeah, that's my favorite too.
Gluten free.
Well, I want to talk about your wife because, you know, to make it this far, to be this successful, you have to have a great support system.
Yeah. 100%.
And I know this because I'm the best wife to my husband as well. Yeah, are you nodding in the booth? That's what I thought. But, you know, talk to us about Peta. I know that she is the behind the scenes lady, but I'm sure she's
Bro,
the real
she's a rock.
superstar.
She's a rock. Peta, yeah. So everything my mother told me not to bring home was Peta. The girl with tattoos, the girl with a child, the girl that party life, palangi. I was bad. So I'm the oldest. So much expectations on me, even to a point where my mom used to stand up at like Tongan functions and like speak to the pastor if he had a daughter, and was like, "If your daughter's the same age as my son, let's arrange a marriage when they graduate school." It was like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there was so much. I'm the one that graduated university, and my mom had this whole life set up for me to be the pastor. I was expected to be a pastor as well.
Right.
And then because I was living the uni life, I was away from home. And I met Peta. And when my parents found out, my dad was all right. My mom was just like, why? She's got a child. She doesn't have a faith. She looks like she's all these tattoos. She looks like a criminal, all this stuff. But like now, the relationship that my mom and Peta have, man, they're
Unbreakable.
like, unbreakable. And it's
so
crazy
nice.
because my mom always says like, "Oh, Peta got sent to me by God to humble me." I'm like, she humbled me too. But she's a rock. Obviously, you guys see my stuff on social media and you guys see where I'm at. But like you said, she's behind the scenes. But she's seen me before everything. She knows the real Havea.
Yeah.
And so that's something that, I don't know. I get emotional when I talk about it, but that's something that no one else will ever see, but it's only her.
Yeah.
She's seen sides of me that no one else will probably ever see. And she's still here.
What a blessing.
So yeah, she's my corner, and I'm grateful that she's in my corner.
Well, we're all grateful that she's in your corner too because she's doing a great job. Hey, she's patching you up well.
Oh, very well.
And then, of course, together you have 3 beautiful girls.
Yes, we have 3, and Peta's oldest.
Oh, yes, 4.
4,
Sorry,
yeah,
yes.
But it's the 3 that you guys see in my content.
That's
stuff,
right.
yeah.
Those girls are hilarious. I love watching them. They bring so much joy.
Yeah, they're a handful in a good way.
Talk to me about them. What have they been up to? You know, like, how have they handled this fame that they've gotten through Dad? Actually, because you've made all these. You know,
this platform that we built. Yeah. In a sense, they handle it pretty good. They don't have social media. They don't have iPads.
Yeah.
They don't do phones. The only exposure they have is when we sit down and watch YouTube shorts on TV. But so I guess in a sense that's good because they don't read the comments. They don't know. The only reason why they know that they're famous is when we're out in public.
True.
And people say what's up to them and stuff. But to them, it's just like someone comes up, oh my gosh, I love your content. They're like, oh, thanks, cool. And then they just move on. They just continue being a kid. And I love that about that. Like, they don't realize like how much exposure they actually do have.
Yeah.
But in terms of being famous, man, they're just your same kids. I raised them not exactly the same way I was raised, but a lot of the values that I was raised with and Petso was raised with, it's the same way these girls are raised with. You guys will watch my content. Majority of my stuff is like what you see is what you get. It's the way we raise our girls.
Yeah.
So there'll be moments where it's all laughs, but as soon as Dad turns that voice on, they already know.
I know that voice too well.
Yeah, so they mock me, we tease each other, and we have a great relationship. But when that voice comes out, they're like, oh, F around and find out. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's the real square up. Yeah, that's when you really need to.
So, yeah, they're good. I feel like we have a great balance.
That's good.
They know when to make jokes, and they know when it's time to, like, sharpen up. And now that content is in that aspect, especially my older one, because she's in high school. And we do paid ads and collaborations. And so she knows when it's time to do like an ad and stuff. It's like, all right, no fun and games. Yeah. But this is a job, lock in. Yeah. It's a chat that we've had. Because at one stage it was like, she was like, oh, this is hard. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I mean, you haven't seen hard. Like, you know, I was throwing rocks around with my dad. And so there's different hards. But if you were able to compare, you'd probably choose this kind of hard. Yeah. So yeah, I think they take it. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a different time though now, eh? Like.
Yeah.
With what we teach our future generations. And
100%.
Yeah, like you said, there's different levels of hard. But I think what is really admirable about you guys is obviously as a Pacific brother, seeing you take out things like the TikToker of the year in 2025, it was such a moment for our community, not just Tonga, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to claim it too. Someone, what about it? Yeah. But for Pacific Islanders, because TikTok is relevant to every single person. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. But the coolest thing when you received the TikTok of the year is you reverted to the Tongan language, first and foremost. What made you want to do that when you had that's a huge platform, when you had that moment?
I don't know.
Not planned?
Nah. Damn, you guys got me in my feels, man. You know, it's funny. I've never thought about that award until now. Sorry.
No, go for it.
If you've watched my previous podcasts, I'm a crybaby.
That's allowed. we welcome that here.
I honestly haven't thought about that night, like, until you brought it up.
Take your time.
I guess you bringing it up just made me realize, like, how big of a deal it was, eh?
Huge.
Yeah, I never... Not that I'm trying to be humble or anything, but to me, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I won it, sweet as. Life goes on, chip away. But, like, when you put it in the way you just articulated it, I was like, oh, shucks, like, that's actually massive. I don't know. My speech just came out. Now that I think back to my speech, I'm really grateful because my opening line, which kind of went very viral, it basically summed up who I was or who I am. Because with that one line, I hit up religion, culture, and family, just all in that one line. That saying I said in Tongan, that saying is a saying that my mom always says. And so it's something that's stuck in me. And the fact that I said it in Tongan, I don't even know where that came from. It just came out. And, like, I guess in a sense, it just showed everyone that that's who I'm all about. And that is who I'm about, is, you know. It's my faith, it's my family, and it's my culture that matter to me. But I guess I'm getting all emotional because, like I said, man, I'm one to not dwell on things, eh? Like, even videos, when I talk with other creators and stuff, and they're like, bro, those numbers on that video. Once my content's up, I move on. I'm like, on to the next. And it's kind of like everything I do with life. And so literally the next morning after I woke up with that awards, I was like, okay, on to the next. And, like, everyone, I'm grateful that everyone is, like, you know, congratulating me. But even till this day when I meet people and they're like, bro, congrats on that awards. I'm like, yeah, frick, man, sweet,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm not grateful for it, but it's just like, there's moments for everything. And so when you just brought it up and you put it in that words, I was like, damn, I didn't realize like how much it like, not only Tongans, but like other islanders and stuff looked up to it, and definitely hit me in the feels, eh? But,
Well, yeah, it's. I think it's. I need to. Yeah, I must commend you on your work because it is like a. It's one of those things where one of us make it.
everyone,
We've all made it.
yeah.
So because you made it, I've made it too. You know what I mean? Like we all work as a community. We all take the wins and of our people. But no, I just wanted to make sure that you knew exactly how proud we were to see you receive that.
Thank you.
I know that with all the positive though comes a very hard side of it.
Yeah, 100%.
How have you handled that side of it as well? Because to be honest, I would be squaring up at every corner if that was me. I cannot not look at the comments, but
I know, yeah.
You're actually you're sharing your life and you're sharing your family with people.
But it opens it up to everyone's opinion.
Exactly. How do you handle that?
To be fair, I handle it how it is on that day. Some mornings I wake up and I turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
And then other mornings I wake up and I'm like, bro, your cheeks need to be clapped right now. I can clap these cheeks too, bro.
Not in a good way, eh? So watch out.
Like, Margaret, you can catch these hands too, bro. Nah, yeah, it's, bro.
No,
we're all human at the end of the day.
It's my mum's name being
Oh,
Margaret. You know what?
Hey, edit that. Sorry, Margaret. Sorry, Auntie. Deborah.
Deborah's better. No one's related to Deborah. Yeah, Malo.
I'm so sorry.
No, sorry.
Right there's your opening hook.
And that right there, the extra, it's going to get us all the clicks.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Sorry. Yeah, back to what we were saying.
Nah.
The downside,
Yeah.
the critiques.
It gets, there's days where I wake up and I'm like, whatever, man, say what you want to say. And then there's other days I could literally have a bad sleep that night. Or I could be doom scrolling, eh? I'm like you. I read the comments. I have to read the comments, eh?
Have to.
And so there's some comments that just hit you and you comment and then when you finish commenting, you're like, frick, like this person dropped this comment and then they leave and enjoy the rest of the day. And you're sitting there and you're like, nah. So, I don't know. I'm still learning how to navigate it. In terms of meeting people in public, I've never had a negative. The only negative experience I have in public is when people can't read the room. Yeah. And like, I'm trying to bite into my breakfast and people are like, some people just take the photo like right there, not even acknowledging me or my wife and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you look up and like, oh, hey, bro. And they're like, oh, yeah, man, I just want to love your work. And then walk off.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But no one's ever said what they've typed on the keyboard to my face.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I'll bash them and stuff, but it's like, if you can't say it to my face, then why should it matter if you type it out on the keyboard? But with that being said, yeah, we're all human, eh? There's days where you read it and you're just like, nah, I got time to like be petty as well.
100%.
And it's funny because I always get comments like, oh, you put your life out there, so you should take it.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's wrong, man. Like that wasn't. Whether I have a big platform or not, it doesn't give you the right to jump on and like abuse or like say negative stuff about people.
Exactly.
But it's also something that I have to understand as a content creator, that everyone is open to the opinion and whatever they want to say. I love when I get negative comments and it's a real page.
Oh, yeah.
The trolls, I don't even, sometimes I delete the trolls because that's their whole aim.
Yeah.
And they rage bait to get people.
Yeah.
But when I click on the profile and it's a real profile, I'm like, oh, sweet.
No.
I'm like, I love writing up my thing while I can look at your photo.
We love it too. Well, I wanted to talk about obviously you being Tongan and being a very proud Tongan at that. And now that you've made it where you've made it, what it's like to have this kind of respect, but then walk into, I guess, rooms or situations where, you've had to navigate your Tonganness.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you've needed to, I don't know, dim it
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
or
I know what you mean.
balance it,
Yeah.
be respectful, but then also have a voice, you know, like stand up for yourself?
Yeah.
Have you ever had to do that, navigate that?
Yeah. I find myself in that mentality a lot of times. Being in spaces where I was just sharing outside with the boys earlier, like being in spaces where I sometimes catch myself thinking I don't belong in that space. Thankfully, I guess it comes with age and maturity and experience. I always catch myself thinking like that, but I always pull myself in and be like, nah, bro, like the same reason you're here is the same reason as everyone else that deserves to be here. But I can see, especially for like young ones and us islanders, that, you know, whether you're an athlete, content creator, or you get a promotion at work or something like that, and you get pushed into a space where you feel like you may not belong, or you feel more like you have to dim it down, as you say. I wouldn't say it's a place where you kind of like just fully be the proud Tongan you are, but it's all about balance and trying to, I don't know how to explain it, not be fake and kind of like fit into the room, but at the same time still know
your place.
You know who you are and know what you bring to the table. And I'm so big on like that negative talk, that self-talk. Like don't be like, nah. Or I'm a fob, man. I don't know if I should be here, or am I wearing the right outfit here? The night of the awards, I got hit up by the TV crew to like jump on the morning show the next morning to get interviewed.
Yeah, of course.
And I got up that morning and Petra was like, oh, you should have gone to like get like a proper outfit for the TV because it's gonna be on national TV and stuff. And I was like, nah, man, my Asics shorts and my shirt, and I was like, I'm cool with that. That's me. And I jumped in, and I got comments on thing, and like, you know, especially the old Tongan ladies saying,
oh, of course,
like wear something more formal and stuff, because everyone sitting on the interview and stuff was all like, But and I'm not saying like, oh, you guys are too fancy. I'm just saying that's not me. Like I can't be up there and like be comfortable in myself. If I'm not going to dress comfortable in myself. I understand there's formal requests when you go to like certain places. But it's just, it goes back to the identity thing. And I was like, this is who I am. But I can understand why, especially the young ones, if you get chucked into a place where you kind of have to feel like you don't belong, or you have to change everything to feel like you belong, always draw back to you and who you are and what you stand for. And always know that if you're sitting at the table, there's a reason why you're there. And you got something to offer, not just fluked in there.
Yeah. Well, talk to me about your fluency as well. Like, as far as the Tongan language goes, do you consider yourself fluent?
Yeah. When I look at my other cousins that grew up overseas, yes, very fluent. Yes, I am. We'll probably get into it later, but like a lot of people attach language to identity. But from my perspective, I attach language to connection. It's more, and when I say connection, it's because every time we have a family reunion, or every time we have something back in the islands, I'm one of the few that can connect the people that come from overseas and the people in Tonga.
That's so good.
And I'm like that bridge.
Yeah.
And I don't say that in like I'm better, but like I feel grateful at those times because I can sit in the lounge and gossip with the old ladies, and I can go out and like meet up with the cousins that came from the States, and all they know is "What up, cuz?" And I'll be like, "Oh, bro, this," and then come in, and I'm the merging one because like my nana will say something, and my cousin from Salt Lake City will be like, "I have no idea what she said," but like not only do I translate it, but the reason why I'm grateful is because when my nana says something meaningful to my cousin, I translate it and he takes the English version of it. But because I understand Tongan and she says it to me, it hits me in a different field. Do you know what I mean? Because I understand fully like how much she says she's so happy to see me. But like when she says it and I translate, I'm like, oh, she's really happy to see you, bro. And he's like, oh, thanks, no, like that. So in terms of that connection, I think, I could say I'm pretty fluent.
Do you think that there are things that you can express in, actually Tongan and Fijian, because you can speak Fijian too, but do you think there are things that you can express in those languages that you can't express in English?
Yes. Because language is not just words. There's meaning behind the words. There's especially island language, There's so much more. If you say something empathetic, there's so much more empathy. And it's not because of what's been said, but the way it's said, the way I'm not an English teacher or anything, but the way the verbs, the way the verbs. I don't know the word for
You're
it, but
asking
like
the wrong person too.
I don't know the word for it, but like you could say in Tongan like this meal was good, but the way you say it could mean so many more things.
Right.
It could be like this meal was good, or in a time of mourning, and you say this meal was good, and it's a different meaning.
Yeah.
In a time of wedding and celebration of love, you say this meal was good, and it has a different kind of meaning. So I don't know what the English word is for it, but it's the way the words are said. And the same thing in Fijian.
Yeah.
You could say like a one-liner, but it means so many different things depending on the situation. And I think we have that in English language as well.
Yeah.
But when you understand it in Tongan and it's tied to the culture, tied to the relationship and the ties and everything, it just, me personally, in my experience, it hits pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even tone.
Tone, everything, eh?
Yeah.
Tone, frequency, availability. No, I'm just chucking in words.
Adjectives. And the verbs are verbing. No, that's such a cool thing. And I think for me, who doesn't speak, Samoan fluently, it is very interesting because, I spoke it till I was 5. I've said this over and over again because that's my claim. That's my claim. I did once know it. But, even now not being able to speak it, being able to understand it, makes me feel almost this like, are we enough? Like, am I Samoan enough? Even though I'm full Samoan, born and bred here. But like you said, it's connection for you, right?
Yeah.
So I guess for the future generations, what would you say to them that are navigating their language journeys and, trying to get back, whether they should get back?
Yeah. Hearing your story, it makes me worry because I'm a dad of half-caste girls. And before I had my kids, after I had my kids, I hate the term plastic, especially when it comes to like calling, the palangis, or the plastic Tongans, plastic Samoans.
Yeah.
And like I don't get offended, but it hits me because I'm like, one, no one has the right to dictate how much of a nationality. If you got Samoan in your blood, no matter what, whether you know the language, whether you know the culture, whether you're still Samoan. Nothing, no one's gonna change that. This is my perspective.
Yeah.
And so I think about my girls, and if like anyone says like, "Oh, you're not Tongan enough," I'm like, bro, there's no level to this to be. Yeah, there's no measure. Tongans in their blood. As long as Tongans in their blood, they're Tongan. Whether the passport or the birth certificate says otherwise. In terms of language, in terms of understanding the values, the culture, and all that, I feel like they're just all, I wouldn't say missing pieces, but they're all part of the puzzle. And like, if you have it and you put your puzzle together and it starts to look good, then it works. But if you don't have it, I think that puzzle still is beautiful, and it doesn't change the fact that you're not the whole picture of that puzzle. That's me, and that's how I look at it for my girls. And to be fair, I as much as I believe, yes, language is a key piece to that puzzle, I will put my hand up as well and say that I'm probably not doing enough for my girls to teach the language. Only when I'm pissed off and I say stuff, because my girls can say fluently, "They tati koi." For the English viewers, we'll not say that before we get a
get a whack.
But yeah, I feel like I'm grateful. That's why I'm grateful for my oldies. And like, when I drop the girls off to mom and dad's, they pick up Tongan words and stuff like that. But as a dad, I think there is more I can do in terms of language. Culture and values, it's something I'm very strong on.
Yeah.
My girls are raised very Tongan. Selective Tongan. Some of the Tongan stuff that I was raised, I don't agree with, so I don't put that into my girls. But like, a lot of the values that I learned growing up is instilled. But I think in language, I kind of fall short on that, despite the fact that I speak fluent Tongan.
Yeah.
But for the younger generation, man, I think it's good to go back to it, especially that connection side of things, eh? And you don't want to be that person sitting there where the family's chatting and you're just like, iyo.
Iyo. Well, I do want to go back because you did say there were some things that you'd like to change about the Tongan culture that maybe you grew up with.
Oh, I wouldn't say change, but I'd just say I wouldn't
Instill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change. Well, that's uphill battle for me.
You need to go to the Royals. Hey, take it up with them.
Hey, what do you mean? That's generations of change right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, and it is hard. I mean, we live in a very fast-paced generation right now. And reclamation of language is great, but it's also, it's hard. Like you said, you trying to instill that in your kids, you could do a better job of. Is it because it's like what they know outside of home is, I guess, normal from where you live? You know what I mean? Like, is that where, I wouldn't say lack of effort, but like, you know, where you're saying that you could probably be better? Is it because it's easier for the girls to just converse with them in English, or you know what I mean? Like in the society that we're in. Yeah. Do you think it's because of that?
To be fair, I think it's just pure lazy from my end.
Oh yeah.
But I spoke to John earlier outside, and he said he wasn't allowed to speak English at home, and that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
But I feel like because my parents being the first generation to go overseas, I think that was very important for them not to lose that and instilling that to their kids. But us being the generation growing up overseas, we know it's important and it's a connection and stuff, but I guess it wasn't important as the fact that my mom and dad left Tonga and was like, the only thing we have now in Hawaii, in Fiji, is our Tongan language. That's the only thing we can pass on to our kids. Yes, the values and stuff, but in terms for them to carry on would be the Tongan language. I think with my girls now, yes, English is just a common thing. But I think also the fact that we live overseas, we're not always going to Tonga. We're not, I feel like it'd be a different story if I was always going to see my nana.
Yeah.
And I'd want to teach my girls, because I want to say, when you speak to nana, I want her to understand you, and I want them to you understand them.
Yeah.
But like the fact that we only see her like once or twice a year and stuff like that, and the family in Tonga and the cousins and all that, English is just the norm here, and it's just like, it becomes like not a necessity to learn. It's
so
just
true.
like, oh, it's fine. Like, it's like, what's the point of me studying how to swim if I'm not going to be a pro athlete swimmer? And it's the same thing. If we're not going to be going to Tonga all the time, or you're involved, then why should I teach you?
Yeah.
But I guess now that I'm talking to you and reflecting on it, I'm like, that's a pretty bad mentality. But.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's different because like my dad, who was he was actually first gen. But when he was raised as well, there were things like he had to speak English in the home when he came from Samoa, because in their heads that was going to get them ahead. And obviously he held on to the language. Unfortunately, he's now passed on. But I was telling Val before as well, like it felt like the language went with him. And he held on to his language as well. How do you hold on to your language? Like, do you have family members that you speak with?
Yes.
Are there like,
so mum and dad and like
practice?
my siblings and stuff, they're still very involved and still in the picture. I think it's just that. It's just that and my external family. But like after you've mentioned your dad, it kind of scares me. I'm like, oh shucks.
Yeah.
Like, what about my great grandkids? Will saying Tongan is just. Do you know how you meet someone and they're like, oh, I'm quarter German. And it's like my great-great-grandfather was German, but there's nothing German about them right then and there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, after hearing what you said about your dad, I'm like, damn, like imagine my grandkid one day being like, or my great-grandkid saying like, oh, I have a little bit of Tongan in my blood.
Yeah, that's crazy, eh?
And then that's it. Like, that's all I know. I know Malo Lele. Like, you're in the grave like, shucks. Damn it.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, honestly, a lot of what you've said has been so valuable. And I really hope that our next generations, including myself, can really look into reclaiming our language, because it's so important as who we are. But also, it doesn't define us.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? We have a little segment where it's called One for the Village, where our previous guest has written you a question. It's just right there.
This one?
Yep. So, Valerie Adams has written you a question. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, true.
Yep. So you'll be reading that and answering it for us. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I read out the question.
Yes, please.
Do you reckon you can throw a short put further than me? Nah.
And the answer is yes.
The answer is hell nah. The reason why I giggled, because the question is, the answer I'm going to give is going to be pretty bold and pretty honest.
Yep.
But it goes, what's one advice you'd give your younger self? And my answer is, don't eat so much, bro.
Really?
Yes. A lot of my health and a lot of obviously my health. And now I'm getting into this place where I'm traveling and I'm doing all this stuff. And health is caught up on me. And it's just, every time I think back, the way I was raised and stuff, not only food, but even in the young years of all that drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
And if there's anything people always think I'm going to go deep and be like, oh, I would have told myself to stay locked in and this. I was like, nah, man, just don't eat that much.
But it's part of who we are as well, don't you reckon?
Yes and no. Well, it is. But a lot of, not trying to say my life is better than anyone, but I'm pretty happy with my life. But if there's anything I would change, it's just all the health complications that I deal with now. And if there's anything that I tie it and relate it back to, it would all be linked back to the food I eat and the poor health decisions I made. So that's why I giggled at that, because I assume a lot of the viewers were expecting a motivational thing, but put that fork down, bro.
Damn it.
As much as I joke around KFC, do not stop by KFC all the time.
No, you're all good. I would like you to write...
To write a question?
Yes, please. I
don't know if my handwriting will be that nice.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's only...
She wrote this?
She did.
It's another thing with this generation, eh? God, they can't read cursive or write cursive, eh?
They can't or they can't?
They can't. My kids wouldn't be able to read that. They'd be like, what the hell?
They'll be like, what in the Elizabethan times?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can write, take your time. This is for...
Joe, yeah?
Yeah, it is
Joe,
for Joe.
yeah.
If you made it this far, you probably like what you're watching, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, my love. I kind of wanted to touch on your way of learning language, if that's okay. We've got a few minutes left. But when you went to Fiji, back in Fiji, when you first landed, you didn't understand Fijian, right? What was the key component there to... I guess, how did you pick it up so quickly? Was it a choice or did you actively learn?
Nah, it wasn't actively. I think it was just the environment, eh?
True.
That's a hard one because I grew up... Well, I was a baby when I went to Hawaii, and so English was first language, and I didn't actively learn English. It just kind of... And so was Tongan, because you speak Tongan at home, so I didn't actively learn it. Yeah. Same thing in Fiji. It wasn't actively learning. So I can't really relate to someone that's actively trying to learn a new language, eh? But that was more so the environment. Like I mentioned, everyone that lived in that dormitory, they weren't kids in the city, because the city kids could come to school and go back. These were kids that came from bush, came from the outer islands, and some of these kids never read English in their life until they came to school. And so they couldn't speak the language. And because I was in a situation where majority rules and they all spoke Fijian, but I didn't speak Fijian. True. And then I spoke in English and they wouldn't understand it. It's not like I went in there and was just trying to learn but you just pick it up, eh? And just being around I don't know how it works, but you always learn the swear words first, eh? And they kind of stick when 100%. It comes to language. And so I'm pretty sure it was swear words first. Because as soon as I heard Tonga mentioned in the conversation, my first reaction was a Fijian swear word. And it was boom. And then you start learning, you say a swear word and they reply, or they say something in Fijian, say, don't swear. And then you just start picking up these phrases and I don't know, man.
Then start stringing
things together and it just...
I mean, I can relate to that because, being married to a Tongan.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I know a lot of swear words. Yeah.
Wow.
That is actually the nature of learning our language, it seems.
Yeah,
hey,
it is with language.
Swear words. How dare these Pacific Islanders?
Well, now that you mention it, it makes me interested to see it from someone else's perspective. Yeah. That they had to learn. Like you and your husband, Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you'd have to learn a few Tongan words, and
Well,
you'd
I
have to
feel
learn
like-
Samoan.
You know, I've been a proud Samoan all my life.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I met him, and the kind of people that Tongans are just my kind of people. And now I have an identity issue because honestly, the way that you guys celebrate each other is such a beautiful thing, like as a people.
Yeah.
And then even, the mawhana side of it, like
It's a whole nother touch of
honestly,
energy.
Samoans will go, we're pretty conservative, we'll go to the family function, they'll play a cool ass beat and
then you go to
everyone's
one
sitting. But you go to a
With the
Tongan
ladies
function.
on top of a table
Yeah,
carrying
exactly. That's my kind of vibe, man. Jump off the table,
each to
smash
their
your head
own.
on a watermelon. That's the kind of vibe. So, do you consider yourself being one of those mawhana Tongans?
a pig. No, my mum is.
Oh, yeah.
It gives me anxiety every time we go to a family function because she's one of those ladies that'll be up there. Hey, I'm more like my dad.
Oh, yeah.
My dad's quiet, sit in the back,
Yeah.
and just doesn't talk to anyone. I talk. I'm more social. I talk, but like in terms of mawhana, and it's crazy because of my videos and stuff, and I do emceeing and stuff. People expect me to bring that energy.
That's true.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. Every time I bring that energy, it's all a front. Like I gotta bring it. It's like work for me now. I'm like, I gotta bring it.
Yeah.
But if you ask me to bring that energy or choose to sit in the corner and relax, I'd be in the corner, just chilling out.
Yeah, because I saw recently you MC'd something.
Yeah.
But you look.
Yeah,
That's
it
a good,
looks natural.
That's a good body front. Gosh.
Nah, man. Yeah.
No, that was like, was that a wedding?
It was a wedding. Yeah, it was
Oh,
my
yeah.
cousin's wedding.
Oh, that's nice.
That's another thing now. With my platform, all the families.
That's
You
true.
reckon you can MC this wedding next week? you
You're
just
like-
get dragged in. And you have certain family members that know the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that's always ringing up my phone. They're like, oh, yeah, he can't say no to us.
Well, I love that about you. We're getting to the end of our podcast. Boo. Unfortunately, but
That was quick.
I know, right? Man, maybe we should make this 3 hours. Who's got time? What does the booth say? No. But we do have our final segment, which is quick fire questions, straight off the dome.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, shucks.
No thinking allowed. All right. And we're just gonna hit it. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. First question: who's funnier, Tongans or Samoans?
Ooh, Samoans.
Oh, finished. We finished it.
Oh, but
Thank
like,
you.
name one successful Tongan comedian.
Havea 676. I wonder. No, you guys are funny as though.
Yeah. No. Next question.
One island feed you could eat forever.
Lucipi.
Oh, what's a very Pacific problem people outside don't understand?
Gout.
That's 100% the answer I was thinking when I wrote this question.
You Palangis don't know, man.
You'll never know the.
we can tell it's gonna rain tomorrow just by the tingling in our ankles.
Are you a victim of gout?
Yes and no.
Wait,
it was probably gout, but I always do those ones. Oh, it's old injury. Eh? But it's funny because I feel my knee that day and I'm like, bro, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
It's that glass feeling, eh? Is it? I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Only certain islanders are blessed to know that feeling.
That is actually hilarious. You answered gout. Who in your family would humble you the fastest?
My daughter Nini.
Favorite word from another Pacific language?
Ooh. Sole.
Oh my god. That was
You know what? I
that
actually
was
went-
Val's as well.
Oh, was it?
But hers was Shole.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what were you just about to say?
No, I was gonna say because I went to school with like a bunch of Samoan boys, like my close mates,
True.
and that was something that was just always thrown around a lot.
That's so true. Man, that is a household bloody thing. Who runs the house really? You, your wife, or the girls?
My wife.
Period. What's a Tongan habit you didn't realize was Tongan until you got older?
Ooh, that's one of the things. What's a Tongan habit I didn't realize?
Was Tongan until you got older?
I don't know. I have to think on that one.
Do you scratch the back of your head?
Well, oh, I thought that was a dad thing. When you get angry, you go,
Yes. See, that's probably one thing.
it's an island thing.
Yeah, that's Did everyone that's watching this, that's
Yeah, no,
Pacific
to be
Islander,
fair,
understand
Now I
that?
think of all my Palangi mates, I've never seen them scratch the back of their head.
100%. What's one thing you should never do in a poly household?
Wear shoes in the house.
Nice. Something you'd change about the Tongan culture.
This whole how much money you have to give to like certain things.
What's a moment where you felt extremely proud to be a Pacific Islander?
Now that you talked about it, that TikTok Awards night,
Yeah,
yeah, that was probably
100%.
one for the books, yeah.
And our final question on all of our episodes is, what makes you feel close to home?
Truly, my extended family.
Cool.
Yeah, because I think they're literally my only link back to Tonga. That's the only reason why I go back to Tonga and visit. That's the only reason why I send money through Western Union to Tonga. Everything relevant back to Tonga is my extended family. They're literally my bridge back there.
Wow.
Because my wife is Australian, my kids are here. My parents want to build a business in Tonga, but I don't. Not that I got anything against it. I just don't see the purpose because I'm like, I've built a life in Australia and I want to live there. But because my nana and my aunties and everyone in Tonga is literally my link back there.
Yeah.
They're my connection.
That's cool as.
Yeah.
Usually people say like, you know, everyone has closer family that lives in the islands, but extended family is cool. I guess it takes a village, right?
Yeah, 100%. Some of these questions you're asking, I've just been reflecting. I'm like, oh, damn.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm also a counsellor. So if you'd like to see me afterwards,
Hey.
I pay about $3,000 an hour. But yeah, no, honestly, having you on Close to Home has been the best. I say this with every guest, but I really can't believe you.
Thank you.
You said yes to me. And please give my love to Peta and the girls. Huge fan of yours.
Thank you.
But yeah, we wish you all the best on your journeys back. Enjoy this weekend with your family, and yeah, we'll catch you on the rebound. Maybe next year when we
We'll
have
see. All the best with this,
extended version. Is there anything you'd like to say to the community of Tonga?
No, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the party and Ofalaiatu. And stay tuned for what's next for both of us. Thank you. Hey! Standing ovation even.
Shot, man.
Any red flags from the culture advisor? Thank you for that.
We're cutting out a whole segment there.
Yeah, we're just going to take 15 minutes.
Yeah.